So my question for you today is, what happens when you lose momentum? All of that energy, all of that excitement starts to wane, and you kind of get to this place where things seem to be leveling off. It could be a relationship. It could be a new business that you're starting, or a new idea, or a new habit that you want to form. And you started with all this initial energy, and all of a sudden you start to fall off. Consider a space shuttle. A space shuttle, when it first takes off, has these huge fuel cells. It literally exerts a huge amount of energy to move from one level to the next level in the stratosphere. And now you would consider that, well, what happened to that initial momentum that was there for takeoff? I think momentum happens in stages. There certainly is going to be moments in your cycle of life where a lot of energy, a lot of excitement will be exerted. But that type of exertion is not sustainable. And to think that things will always be on cloud nine, or things will always be exciting, perhaps is a reality that many of us won't ever really achieve. I think the key is that as much as you may lose momentum, never lose, I would say, direction, and never lose position. So even if you find yourself like the shuttle that now has left the Earth's atmosphere, it still has a target in mind. It may not be moving at the same pace, and in fact there's oftentimes less pressures that is being exerted on the aircraft at that time. However, it still needs to ensure that it's staying on the right course, in the right direction. There are going to be moments where you'll need to have another boost of momentum, but it's something that is just not supposed to be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Momentum happens in cycles. And so as long as you stay on track to the right direction, you'll get there. You'll have moments where things actually return. Before I go, I'll share this one thing with you. And my wife and I took over the church where I'm pastoring in 2014. I remember year one, first 6 months, I look back at pictures and I see all the faces. It was exciting. People were there. People were saying, "Hey, I got your back. This is wonderful." And then there was a leveling off. So we experienced what I would consider is rapid growth, but not everyone stayed. Not everyone stuck it out. Not everyone was there when we thought they were going to be. And so we went through moments where it has kind of leveled off, and then we have to do some adjustments, some new things. And in this context, it really starts with prayer. And then all of a sudden we find that there is another boost again. Now, I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think we can always sustain that level of activity. But once again, as long as we're in the right direction, I believe that God will honor the growth of where our ministry is going, and it will happen in cycles. So occasionally we'll get a boost, then a level off, and then we're praying that we'll get a boost again. Well, I hope that is helpful to you as you think about in your life, what are some of the things that you are reaching or running after, and have you lost momentum? Quite possibly so. Don't beat yourself up. Make sure you're pointing in the right direction. And if necessary, you may need to exert some additional energy to get you from one level to up the stratosphere to the next. All right, hope this is helpful. Bless you.